you are lying. But today, as we commissioned Omwaye, they are silent. They are no longer saying it's not possible. A total of 441 kilometers of roads and 2 interchanges are to be constructed. The objectives of the projects are to enhance intra-urban, regional, and national traffic flow, trade, and strengthen regional economic integration. I was privileged to perform the sword cutting for this important project on 21st November 2019. The commencement of the project was on 20th December 2019 for completion in 30 months. The project was duly completed on schedule. Nananum, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, as we can see, the completion of the project has improved accessibility within the beneficiary communities in Capecoast.
Minister for Roads and Highways, Kwesi Amakwanta, indicated that part of the budget of the urban roads will be set aside to maintain the investment of roads government had done. He says the Ministry of Roads and Highways strategy is to increase the percentage of roads in good condition by undertaking various periodic maintenance activities.
The Department of Urban Roads shall make adequate provisions in its annual budgets from now onwards for the maintenance of these roads yet to be commissioned. Ladies and gentlemen, this is necessary to protect the government's massive investment in this sector and in these roads in particular. I therefore urge the Municipal Assembly to support us in enforcing bylaws aimed at protecting such a valuable public asset.
Chinese ambassador to Ghana, Lu Kun, justified why China would choose Ghana any day to invest in. Some motorists spoke to Joy News.
For years, China has been actively supporting and constantly provided assistance to Ghana in many ways. Through China's aid, financing, investment, and contracting of projects, we have been building strong ties between the two nations. The China-aided Jamestown Fishing Port project, Phase 2 of the University of Health and Allied Sciences in Ho project, the annex building of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and the regional integration are well underway. All these projects are Chinese government-aided projects. All these projects are aimed to promote Ghana's economic and the well-being of Ghanaian people.
The alarm or appearing to be crying the loudest.
So why do you think that 3 million of Ghanaians should not participate in the choice of leadership?
That's not given because the EC, the NIA is in the process. I mean, it's an ongoing process. So the EC has said that they are sure that by that time, everybody would have had
that argument is dead. You cannot make a law based on assurances of somebody. That cannot be a good process of making a law. You put your hand on what the reality is now. And we are saying that if the likelihood of the 2 or 3 million people getting the card is a projection. So why wouldn't you put in some safeguard in case the projection doesn't turn out to be as you expect? Then there is a safeguard to deal with the shortcoming. And you are rather closing all the safeguards and banking your hope on somebody's promise. Democracy doesn't work that way.
But you know what?
So we are saying that, look, first of all, whether they are NDC people or non-NDC people, is bad enough in a democracy where you have 3 million people out of less than 20 million. 3 million people not having the opportunity to participate in the election. That is clearly unconstitutional when you look at Article 42 of the Constitution. That is one thing. Number two, the Electoral Commission and the ruling party, by their own projection, by their own admission, are saying that those who have not been registered are likely to be NDC people.
Oh, they said that?
Yes, they said it.
But
McMahon said it somewhere. Electoral Commission also.
But won't you blame yourselves? Because in 2018, you told your people not to register.
Let me tell you.
And indeed, you signed a statement.
Do you accept that they are likely to be NDC?
No, I don't know. I've not heard the EC say.
So why are you placing blame now?
No, but your difficulty is that a lot of your people.
It is not my difficulty. It's your difficulty of understanding the situation.
I likely disenfranchised. And I'm saying that we could have scaled this if you had not asked your people not to partake in the exercise in 2018.
That's why I'm saying that. Granted that I have asked my people not to participate, then therefore those who have not participated are NDC people. Do you agree on that?
I would think.
Well, no, I want an answer.
Not necessarily, because I'm sure as you are here.
Then it means that it is not my press conference that has affected anybody.
Your press conference had no effect on your people. Is that what you're saying?
No, you are saying that I should be blamed for making that press
No,
conference.
but you should take part of the blame as well.
When I do a press conference, who are more likely to follow what I direct?
Your people.
So if you are saying that those who have not been registered, they are not registered because of my press conference. So the 3 million people, who are they likely to?
I'll take a quick break. I'll take a quick break. I will return to you, but we'll also go to the EC. Dr. Sribo is on the line. We will return from the break and then talk to him. This is Point of View. Don't go away. You're welcome back to the Point of View. My guest tonight is Asiedu Nkita, General Secretary of the Opposition National Democratic Congress, and on Zoom is Dr. Sribo Kwaku, Director of Electoral Services at the Electoral Commission. Hello, Doc. Welcome to the program. Hello, Dr. Sribo. Yes, you're welcome to the program. The discussion really has been on the fact that we had a good election in 2020. The register was generally credible. Why has it become so necessary to introduce this new mandatory requirement that before a new person registered to vote, that person must only come with the national ID as the sole identity document?
Thank you very much, and good evening to my anchor. And good evening to your listeners. Anybody who followed the 2020 registration will attest to the fact that there were a lot of confusion at the various registration centers. And after we have compiled the register, there were a lot of challenges to the validity of the registration of some people. And as the law allows it, we had to establish district registration review committee at the various polling stations. And this committee is made up of our district officer, who is the secretary, then a traditional ruler, a rep of the district police commander, a rep of district director of education, and representatives of the various political parties. So this committee will have to sit a number of days to listen to those who did the challenges and those who were challenged. And some of them will lead to fisticuff and a lot of issues. So whenever we do registration, the tension that comes up as a result of establishing the identity of the applicants with respect to their citizenship and their age. So the Commission, as usual, did our review of the elections and the activities for the 2020. Then we decided, as part of recommendations from the various stakeholders, to roll out the continuous registration so that we will no more be setting aside some few days to do registration. And in order not to transfer the conflicts from the registration center to our district offices, then the commission decided that why don't you come out with the most credible way of identifying Ghanaians, which is the Ghana card, so that we're able to reduce the possibility of non-Ghanaians and the age people